We're going to be tying a Doculator. It's a variation of the stimulator. So I did Orvis, and thought it was sort of a neat looking fly, so decided to try to give it a tie here. So we're going to start our thread. The hook we're using is a 2312 Timco or equivalent. It's a 3 extra long curved hook. We're using a yellow thread on this one. We're going to be using yellow foam to tie this this fly. I'm going to put down a sort of large thread base. We're going to put some head cement on it to stop it from the foam from rotating on us. So we take our thread back to the point right above the barb, and we're going to tie in our rib. The rib on this one is a piece of thread. We're using type A rod thread. Want something sort of large. Doesn't have to be super large, but 3/0 mono, if you have that, or in this case, the type A rod thread makes a nice looking rib on it. And we'll go back again, and I'm going to put a little bit of head cement on it, just to help tie the, give it a little extra strength. We're going to take a piece of foam that's it's probably close to the size of the gap, but a little bit less. I think this one is on a size 10 is a 4 or 5 millimeter piece of foam. We cut a little 60-degree cutout in it here. Come back, tie this down. And take our thread back up to the starting point here. We're just going to wrap our foam. Need to stretch it just a little bit as we go forward. And probably 2, maybe 3 good wraps here. Oops. Then we tie it off here at the front. A couple of wraps behind the foam, 1 in front, another 2 behind it here, just to keep it from rotating on us. Clip that off and secure this a little bit better. Then we're going to take our rib, and we're going to counter wrap it. Probably about 5 wraps of the rib. And then the 6th one, we'll just take around the hook shank, twist around the thread a couple of times here, tie it down quite nicely. Then we're going to use elk hair as the wing on this. So piece of elk hair. We don't need a tremendous amount, but maybe you get a number 2 pencil. We need to cut off with it compressed about 3/4 of a number 2 pencil. You can pull the under hair and the short pieces out, and then I like to take a toothbrush, run through the hair just to help. It seems to help it stack if we do that. Then we're going to put our tips into a hair stacker. couple of short taps, and our hair will come out even. We got, looks pretty good there. So we're going to measure it back to about the bend. So from our tie-in point here, we're going to take and cut this at an angle. And the reason I cut it at this angle, it just makes it easier to tie in and not lose any hair. So a couple of loose wraps over it. We can pull straight up on it and then just wrap forward. A couple of hair that might be a little too long for us there, so clip those off. Come up to the eye and then back over, create a sort of smooth transition point here. And back into the body. So maybe another turn or two back into the body there. Then we're going to take another piece of yellow foam, and this one is the equal to the width of the gap. And we're going to tie this in over the eye, just in back of the eye, a couple of turns. Just pinch it around the hook shank. We can wrap back into our wing. We want to keep this as flat as we can. And once we're touching the wing, we're going to take the foam and we're going to fold it over. We're going to go just a little over the eye, not a whole lot. But then we're going to fold this down around our body. This is going to be our thorax area. We can wrap up the point just a little behind the eye. And to stop this from bothering us so much, we're going to cut it off about a half of wing length. We can bind down the foam very tightly. Take our thread back to the wing, to the body. We got a number 10 dry fly hackle. And we're using a grizzly hackle. What I like to do is pull out with the good side facing you, pull out barbs on either side, and then we're just going to cut off about a 1/4 inch off of each side. Then with the good side facing forward, I'm going to come in and make 2 wraps from front to back, and then we'll do 2 wraps from the back to the front, just to sort of tie this in. We take our thread up to the eye again, and then we're going to wrap 5 or 6 turns here. I think the more hackle you have on this one, it helps it float a little bit. So I crowd it up there. Bring it up to the top. We're going to go twice behind the stem of the hackle. Go around once in front. Then I'm going to just use the V of my scissors, come up. I'm going to push up and then pull back on the stem, and excuse me, and it should pop off. You can make a couple more security wraps there. Then you can lift this up, go around the bare hook shank. And then to finish off, I'm going to put a little bit of head cement again on the thread. And then we're taking whip finish. So a 3-turn whip finish. Pull back on that. And then just for security, we're going to do the same thing one more time. Make double sure that our whip finish doesn't come loose here. So 3-turn again, pull off and tighten back. Then we just come in and clip our thread. That's the Doculator. It's you know, should float forever. Uh, uh, nice nice imitation of a simulator. If you want to pretty it up a little bit, you can come in, cut off the edges here, just to give it a little bit better look. So make it look like some type of bug here. So, but anyway, that's the Doculator. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a good day.